Hey, thank you. Take 3. Can you guys hear us now? Hopefully, yes. Okay, well, we'll start talking in case, and we'll watch the comments if we start hearing shouting that you can't hear us. So this is Tony.
Hey. Yeah, I'm a 3D artist on First Play Monkeys, and yeah, it's an exciting day for us. We're showing off the wolf, which is my favorite character. I don't know, my favorite character I've worked on. I guess it's really cool.
You modeled her from scratch, right?
Yeah, we modeled her from scratch, so it's really fun.
This is Jared Fry, our other character modeler, and he does a lot of the other 3D art too.
Hi everybody. Hey, I'm Chris Gilroy. I'm the sound designer. I make all the music and all the sounds that you hear in the game. So we got a couple new songs coming up in the patch, and you'll get to hear my Wolf Girl sound effects today.
What's the howling?
Yeah.
And I'm Yusuf. I do the animations and I do a lot of the game design. And yeah, so we're super excited because this is our debut of the wolf.
And Kaylee.
Oh, and Kaylee.
Don't forget Kaylee.
Kaylee's not here. He's in Calgary. Kaylee, you want to say hi?
Hi, I'm Kaylee. I'm chopped liver.
Kaylee's the mad typer in the background, so if you hear any loud typing, just you know who to blame.
That's all I do on the game. I just type.
UI designers are
Company typist.
not seen, right?
All right, so we're gonna show you guys the wolf. Let's start out with some background on her and some concept stuff.
Sure. Disappear for a second here. You want to go for them?
Sure, yeah. So
Valentine's Day Cupid.
Valentine's Day Cupid. Yeah, we didn't do that on purpose, but if we did, we would have added some presentation. I actually forgot it's Valentine's Day. I'm gonna go home and get a big trouble after we're done.
You got time?
Yeah.
Just say the stream was like 3 hours long. It buys you like an hour.
So with the wolf, we really wanted to make. I mean, with all of our characters, we really want to make them feel different and look different too. So like, you know, we want them to be as mechanically different as the other characters are with their. And so with the wolf, we decided let's try some archery and how do we build, you know, archery mechanics into Secret Ponchos, but just not make it just feel like a gun. So we'll show you that later. But this was the original concept of her, and we had a lot of different concepts for this character, and some of them were, you know, guys. Some of them didn't have the wolf, you know, headdress on, and it was when Jose drew this one. I think this was the drawing where we just stopped all exploration. We're like, yeah, this is it. Yeah, and you can see his little sketch at the bottom. It says could lay down on all fours, be like, or look like an animal. So I really, I really like that because, and so when I did the animations, I really tried to kind of use Jose's idea and just make her feel like a wolf and kind of look like a wolf from some angles. So the idea behind this character is that she's not part of any tribe or anything, and nobody really knows anything about her. They just kind of hear rumors around the town of Lone Tree that there's like a wolf predator, you know, hunting down.
Drag you out of the town in the middle of the night.
Yeah, and you know so no one really knows too much about her background, and she's kind of self-taught with her bow and that kind of stuff. So she's you'll notice even in that pose that we did. With the rendering, let's see this. No, with the other one, with the very first image, which is like, yeah, this one. She kind of holds her bow in a different kind of way, you know, like she's not formally taught or anything like that. She just kind of figured out her own stuff. All right, so let's see.
I really like this concept we did too, with her like, you know, leaping and shooting. I think that. You know, she's a very dynamic character, and once we start playing her, you notice she's always doing crazy maneuvers, rolling away, and stuff like that. So I think this drawing is really capture that too. Yeah.
All right, and yeah, this one is cool, the nighttime one. You guys might have seen the daytime version of it. Let's see that nighttime one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet. And there's our other guy, Gordo. Okay, so yeah, any questions first before we start out?
Are you able to make that bigger, Tony, so you can see the chat?
Princess Mononoke, you know what? It's been such an influential thing on our whole generation that there's no way it didn't influence us. But at the time when we were designing her, we kind of forgot about it, you know, and then after a while, when Jose, after like we started on the drawings, we were like, hey, wait a minute, isn't this too much like Princess Mononoke? And we took a look and then we decided, well, let's just make sure we keep it different. We looked at things like her bow that she uses and you know, her mask is like different, but then I decided, well, it's really awesome how Mononoke really runs like a wolf and stuff like that too, and so we just decided to run with it. But she wasn't the original inspiration, but I'm sure she influenced us on a subconscious level.
So, Jerry, you want to move around the character, show off our working for us?
Sure, this is Maya.
Yeah, that's Maya.
Here's the model. You guys barely get to see these models up close, and Tony puts a lot of love. Like, since we switched to PS4, we got to like really go in and refine all these characters. Do you guys remember that year where we disappeared and we were rebuilding the game in a new engine? We were actually rebuilding all the characters too and building them with a lot more detail so they could be next gen. You guys want to talk about some of the details on the character?
Sure. Actually, no. Maybe I should try and talk about how I made her.
Valentine's Day hug?
Right. So yeah, this is like the 3D model of Wolf Girl, and we'll zoom in a little closer. We don't really get to see her that close, and
Is it?
oops. Yeah. So we don't really get to see her that close in game, but yeah, like she's really cool, and this is our first character we do fur, and I think the hardest goal is actually make it stylized and it fits Jose's drawing while making it look like a fur, like a wolf creature. And I think you know, it's really cool that we can play with these shapes, you know, play with the flow of the fur and keep the heart shape in Jose's drawing. And I think she's a really cool character.
My favorite part of this character is the little muscle on her shoulder.
Here.
Way to get people excited, Youth.
And she's really cool. I think, and I like the war paint kind of on her like jewelry and stuff. Really cool. I'll also show off the separate model as well. Boom.
Those
Boots.
Boots.
Yeah, my computer's showing me. There you go. So yeah, that's the wolf ZBrush model. So the key to making the fur is like you know, keeping those big shapes here, but also you know, doing those little details, you know, show off the fur and all that stuff. And she's really fun to work on. She's one of our more, I guess, complex in terms of how to keep style and add detail. But I think we did a good job.
She would make a really great toy. We should take her to a 3D printer.
Yeah. There you go.
Alright.
Alright, so yeah, that's our models, and then, you know, just showing you guys how much love we put on our characters.
Your fade is OP, Tony.
Huh?
Your fade is OP.
My face is OP?
No, your fade, your hair.
Oh.
No, nobody cares about the game anymore.
Everybody's just looking at my hair.
We got to rebrand our channel.
Alright, so let's...
Alright, you wanna start off?
Oh yeah, let's jump in the game. Let's see her in action.
She lifts.
Yeah, so a lot of love went into this character right from the beginning stage. It's of concept art all the way to modeling, and then
Yeah, and the fur. Somebody was asking if the fur moves.
yeah,
So,
you know,
like, the tail moves.
yeah, we have animation. We have joints like throughout the body in the fur, and so I just sort of offset them so they don't move as individual pieces, but I try and get the feeling they're moving. You can kind of see here. Now, one thing that we did was when we animated her, we really went with this idea that like, when she has her her bow equipped, she's more human-like. But when she switches to her knife, then she becomes like a wolf. You know, she takes on that personality. So you'll see her pull on her wolf head piece, and then just kind of go nuts. Like she'll start, and she's actually got mechanics that take advantage of that. Like when she switches to wolf state, she actually runs faster than in her normal state. So I made it a lot of fun for an escape. Kaylee, do you want to jump in a match here?
Ready to go.
All right.
Send me-
Okay, let's do it.
I think my favorite thing about Wolf Girl, not my favorite, but one of the coolest things which everyone will see is the presentation animation too at the end of a round. Victory animation. It's
You guys
awesome.
I don't think you guys are friends. Are you friends with, what kid is this?
Are you friends with Keely? Tony?
I think so.
Sharoni? Yeah, me and Sharoni are friends.
Kaylee Teskett? It says you're not online.
Oh man, what?
Okay, why don't I run around practice mode while you get that sorted? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Okay, you guys will see. Actually, we added practice mode right to the front of the game, so that's going to make it a lot easier for new players. That's one of the things we got a lot of feedback on. This patch we implemented a lot of stuff we got feedback on from the community. And this is something else, tutorial. No, no tutorial. Okay, so I'll just run around and show you the basics on some of these dummies. So this is her in action. She can run around. Her primary is a bow. Now with her, she can't just fire her bow, you have to charge it. So I'm holding down the right trigger right now, R2, and when I release, she'll launch the arrow. The arrow doesn't do a lot of damage by itself. You see it does a little bit, but if you get consecutive arrows, like you'll notice that when I shoot it, it's stuck in Deserter's rib there. During that time that it's stuck in his rib, if I shoot again, she'll do a crit hit, and the crit hit will do extra damage. So with her, it's not about just single fire. It's like really about you have to try and set up, you have a little window and you want to set up multiple shots, and then you start accumulating damage. And that kind of makes her a skilled character because, yeah, you really need to plan that ahead of time. Now the other thing with her is that the arrows have a little bit of a travel time. You see that the way that they fly through the air, they're not instant like a bullet. So you kind of want to lead your shot a little bit. If Deserter was running, you always it's a kind of a skill shot, so you want to add a little bit ahead. Now, if you switch to her secondary fire, you'll notice that arrow changes from a regular wooden arrow to a stone tip arrow. The stone tip arrow takes a time to charge up, but once it's charged up, if I launch it, it's going to be a heavy shot. It's going to knock him down and it wounds him. So when he's wounded, I don't know what Kaylee's eating over there.
Kaylee, what are you doing over there, buddy?
Yeah, stop eating crunchy chips. Okay. She can actually wound a player, and when they're wounded, they'll move really slow. So that's a good time then to switch to your other arrow and just kind of move in and finish them off. So as they're running around really slow, you can finish them. So that's one strategy. The stone tip arrow, it has even more of a travel time, so it's more of a skill shot. You have to really lead it a little bit. Now, another move that she's got is, this is one of her skill moves. She's got another way to do crit hits. And just like Phantom Poncho on L1, Phantom Poncho can do a little roll. Like while aiming, she can do a little roll like this. So if someone's shooting at her, she can dodge and then fire. And now if you fire from this crouch pose, like you'll see for a few frames she's in a pose where her bow is sideways. If you fire from that state and it hits, you'll get an arrow, you'll get a crit hit too. So with her, you want to really take advantage of sort of, moving and shooting like that. It takes a little bit of practice at first. I found that the best way to do it is, it was hard to do at first, but I found the way to do it is instead of rolling and trying to adjust while rolling like this, I usually just offset it a little bit so that it's gonna, that was a bad one, but I usually offset it a little bit so that it puts the reticule right into place.
Or even like the 45-degree forward rolls and stuff.
Yeah, you can roll any angle. You can roll 45 degrees, you can roll back. You can shoot someone and then escape backwards, and then land another shot. So
somebody was asking if the arrows are multiplied by multiple players, so can you get a crit from two people shooting one?
Yeah, you can actually. So this is one of the things we're experimenting with is if one wolf girl, if you have a teammate is a wolf girl, you guys can use each other's arrows to compound shots, and that's actually a really cool mechanic with her. Matador can also do that right now. So. Yeah, that's her now. Now I'm going to show you guys the wolf state. Okay, so as she's running, I can press triangle and I'll switch into the wolf state. You'll see she pulls the mask over her head. Now when she runs, she actually moves faster. She's got a higher move speed. So you're fighting, you're low in health, you start running, switch to wolf state, you can make a quick escape. In wolf state, when she's got her knife out in this wolf stance, you can actually, there's a few moves you can do. So your R1, will actually do a knife slash, and it's really good for stunning an opponent and kind of escaping. So you can kind of be I use this without aiming. Like you can aim it with the right analog stick, and then she moves slower, and then you can kind of aim and do it. But I actually prefer not even aiming at all, and I just run at somebody using the left analog stick and do it. So you don't. It's a move. It's one of the only moves you don't need to aim for. Another thing that she can do in wolf stance is you can charge. You can charge into a pounce state. So now she's in a pounce state. She's got her knife out. I can leap at somebody and take them down, and from there, if you mash it, you can stab them several times to get more damage. So,
She does the howl.
she does the howl. I don't know if you guys can hear it. She does it right when you
The
charge
sound
it.
effects are down. You can turn them up after you're done the tutorial.
All right, so yeah, that's the gist of it. So you're ready for a fight, Kale?
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
All right, let's do it.
It's all full of chips now, ready to go.
I love this. Is she was so much fun to animate. I think she's been the most fun I've had animating a character ever. Okay, let's do it. Chris, you want to take her in the battlefield?
Sure. Should we hear the sound effect first?
Yeah, let's hear the sound effect. Let's see if there's any questions.
Crazy ass.
Oh, and thanks for everyone subscribing. We're hearing a lot of subscriptions. That's so awesome, and we love. We reach out to the community every Saturday morning on this stream, and it's a really good way to just ask us questions and see new stuff.
And to all those who might not be familiar with our awesome community, check out our forum. We're super active in our forums as well, talking to everybody and getting feedback. And the feedback's super valuable. It all goes back into making the game better.
Chris is a cool story of how he found the howl.
Hey Chris, did you send me an invite?
No. Hold on. Let's
Okay.
get out of here.
How did you find the howl, Chris?
The howl?
Yeah.
It's the sound of a coyote howling at a train. So it actually has a bit of the sound of the train, like first before it comes. So it kind of works as the charging sound
Oh,
as
sweet.
well as the howling.
All right, let's do this.
Coyotes make a lot more interesting sounds than wolves do.
Are they louder creature or?
Not louder, but they make scarier sounding noises. I find.
You've got some questions about how the pricing's going to be for the DLC.
Pricing is going to be for the patch. All the maps are free, and we do a bunch of updates and stuff like that included in the patch. And then the characters are your guys' way of supporting us so we can keep expanding the game. We're pricing characters at under $5, and we're actually going to do a bundle. If somebody wants both characters, then they can get it at a discount at 30% off. So that's. I think it's a lot of work goes into these guys, and so we're hoping to use those funds to be able to keep making new characters and expanding the universe. But again, what's important to us is even if people don't want to support us by buying new characters, they're still supporting us by playing, and the new characters will make the game more fun even if people don't buy them, because you'll have a better variety of teammates, and you'll have a better variety of opposition. So each time we add a character, it just becomes more fun because there's more layers to play with.
We're showing the other map today as well.
Oh yeah, let's show the new map too. Well, we'll do that after. We'll first show the wolf match.
Let's build some suspense for Mexitown.
Okay.
I mean, the Plaza.
Which map you picking?
To everyone who's confused out there, when I tweeted out Mexitown, I meant the Plaza. And I get it. You guys can stop giving me a hard time.
All right, let's go. Kid Red.
Want Kaylee to pick the train wreck as well.
Kaylee, do you want to map vote Trainwreck?
Trainwreck?
Yeah.
To give proper setting to the coyote howl.
Yeah. So Chris
You're
is
gonna make me.
training this, and yeah, Chris is gonna
Play
try
it.
this. So it's funny because when we're
Is it
making
ready?
these characters, when there's a new is Kaylee ready? When we're making these characters and we want to tune them, we're so good at the old characters and we suck at the new characters. So it's really hard for us to tell. That I think that's one of the biggest challenges is balancing.
Speak for yourself.
You suck at
Yeah,
it.
you're-
Yeah, crying every day about she's not
My
talking about.
controller's broken.
And you realize it's tricky because you're testing a character that you're new with against a character that you're really good with. So it takes us several weeks of playing just to tell if the character's underpowered or if we're just sucking with her, and then we kind of adjust. And sometimes we just you know, we end up swinging the character around both ways. Like the character gets, you know, really tough because we suck, and then all of a sudden we get good with her. We realize, oh, so we're always dialing it. So I think we're ready to just kind of like get your guys' take on this character, and then we're gonna have to react really quickly with some tuning and balancing and stuff like that. But even like every time when there's like testing a new character against Deserter and then testing the character against Kid Red, it's totally a different experience. All right, Chris, see what you can do.
Not much.
Oh, I didn't show that you can actually, when you charge the arrow, the longer you charge it for, the further the range is going to be, like Deserter Snipe Shot. And don't zoom out all the way because that's our debug mode.
Don't what?
Don't zoom out all the way out. Oh wait, I don't think you can in this yet, actually.
Oh man, I thought you were supposed to take it easy on me, Kaylee.
Last stream I went easy on you. You guys gave me a hard time.
Alright, so Phoenix Knight is asking, can you get more than a 2x crit? You know, more damage for each consecutive shot. So that was something we were looking at. For now, we've left it. That's something we're expecting to tune as we, you know, get more and more acquainted with the character in action. But right now, it's set so that each time you get a crit hit, it's just a fixed number, and that number is tunable by me. It doesn't necessarily have to be 2 times. It's just, you know, it's right now that's what it's set to. But that's the tunable number because we might find that maybe 1.5 damage is the right crit zone. We also might find that maybe she's got a really fast fire rate, and we're curious to see how fast people can pump arrows into somebody. If they can like really quickly pump, you know, 3 arrows into somebody, it might be too many crit hits. So we might need to cap it at one, you know, at 1 per interaction or something like that. Can you escape being jumped on by the wolf? No, you're stuck. Once she gets you and takes you down, unless if one of their teammates shoots you, then they'll rescue you, their buddy. So you're still vulnerable, and
Joe, wasn't the same health.
with her you gotta really use the crit shots. Like she's a very technical character. If you just kind of try and run in and just go guns blazing, you're not gonna win.
You mean like Chris just did?
Yeah. Next.
That's nice of you to show people what not to do, Chris.
I want to kill Kaylee.
All right, Jared's gonna challenge Kaylee now.
I heard Jared wants to do Kaylee.
This is why we send Kaylee away to Calgary.
Do you want me to do?
Can you click them off?
Off?
Yeah.
Good.
Big difference now.
Prizes. Well,
Kaylee, tell us.
yeah, tell us about the prizes, Kaylee.
We're going to be raffling off a few things today. We're going to raffle off a couple of soundtracks, and we've got a signed art print from Jose Lopez, as well as a T-shirt. We're going to do a T-shirt giveaway at some point today. I don't know when, but over the next hour or so, there will be a raffle for the T-shirt. And to win, you guys just have to be in the channel. We're going to do random draws here.
All right, so
And,
oh, go ahead, Trail. Sorry.
I actually sent some images over to Tony that maybe we could show what the prizes look like that we're going to be giving away at some point.
Okay, sounds good. And we get a question here from Crunch Prank, and he's saying this looks so awesome. I've never heard of this game. Mind giving a rundown for those of us who are just seeing the game? So our team is called Switchblade Monkeys. We're just a group of friends that started making this game basically in our basements, independently. And we wanted to make something kind of like we're really into fighting games, and we really wanted to make our own type of fighting game, but make it differently than other fighting games where it's like a side-by-side view. So we decided to kind of, you know, go with a top-down kind of fighting game. And the only thing I can really think of like this is maybe like Power Stone or Urgai. So think of something like that. But it allows us to have, you know, 1 versus 1, 2 versus 2, or 4 versus 4 fights. And, you know, we set it all in the spaghetti western kind of style. So it's all online combat, spaghetti western combat, and, you know, it's basically a cross between a team shooter because you have teams and you're shooting, but it mechanically we designed it like a fighting game. And so it's on PlayStation 4. It was the game on PlayStation Plus in December, so you might actually have it for free in your library if you downloaded it. This patch is really exciting. We built a lot of improvements based on things we learned that we didn't have at launch, and so later in the upcoming weeks, we're going to be releasing this patch, and this patch has these new characters and a lot of the a tutorial that we didn't have, and a lot of balancing and that kind of stuff.
Oh, nice shot, Billy.
Ah!
Oh my god.
This game is finest hour.
Yeah. So the upcoming patch, we're a little bit, we were targeting the 17th for it. We're having a little bit of, we're just trying to coordinate with the store how to get the patch through approval and all that kind of stuff. So worst case scenario, we're thinking, well, actually, there's no worst case scenario. It could be anything, but we think it's going to be all approved for the 24th. We originally announced the 17th, and I think that we have to. It's probably not going to be through approval by then. So look for it in the 24th. We're going to announce the official date as soon as we're right now. It's in testing at Sony, so as soon as we get the thumbs up, we'll pass it on to you guys. Yeah, so spaghetti western. Somebody's asking. Well, there's some discussion in the chat what a spaghetti western is, and and why we call this a spaghetti western. A lot of people ask us. So originally the spaghetti westerns were westerns that were filmed in Italy, and they were filmed there. I think they were filmed in Spain, but they were created in Italy, and that's why they were called spaghetti westerns. And all the famous Clint Eastwood ones, like The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, all those were part of that genre. Now, what sets them apart though is those films tended to be darker than the American westerns, where the guy's the heroic lawman or John Wayne. Those ones had Clint Eastwood as the sort of anti-hero. He's kind of good. He's not bad. He's not good. He's just this badass guy doing his own thing. And then that kind of direction combined with a really eerie and dramatic music score really set that genre apart.
And overdubbed vocals.
Overdubbed vocals. So what we did was, when we were inspired by this game, we weren't inspired by the American westerns. We were actually really inspired by the vibe of the spaghetti western. So that's why we call it a spaghetti western, even though it's not made in Italy. That's the mood and the tone we were going for. All these characters, they're not they're all outlaws. Everyone in Secret Ponchos, it's somebody with a bounty on their head, and even their names, they're not. They're named what the town would call them on the wanted posters, like the Killer or Kid Red or the Wolf.
And I think there's something else that's similar to spaghetti westerns. They were all done on a shoestring budget. That's why they did them in Spain. Yeah,
we built this game purely on love, so it was five years in the making.
It's fitting to show it on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, and here we are on Valentine's Day.
Our true love.
We're all here.
My family's not even in the house. They've left me.
One of our fans is asking if there's eventually a story DLC.
So,
Let's hope so.
yeah, it's funny because we created this game with the intention of, let's make a fighting game, but let's make a really strong universe and really strong. Oh my god, Tony, it's up to you. Let's make a strong universe and a strong setting, and let's give all the characters just really cool backgrounds. And we did it more for the creative process that we wrote all these backgrounds. But what it did is it set the stage and it set expectations that this would be a really cool role-playing game one day, or just to have more of an in-depth story mode or something like that. And that's something we get asked a lot. And I think that we would love nothing more than when we get the multiplayer stuff really just solid where we want it, to kind of focus then on adding a story campaign or something like that. We're such a small team. You're looking at most of the thing here. We got our coders and working super hard but for a small team like this to take on a multiplayer game, we needed to really just purely focus on it. And and that's kind of why we're always depending on you guys and on these patches. You guys to give us feedback on these patches, is because we can't even get everything right out of the gate. We're gonna have to keep building over time.
tell Kelly's gonna get destroyed.
Where's the Kaylee Town map?
So Gwen is asking about co-op. Yeah, and co-op would be incredible. In our game, that's one of the things that we loved about what we were adding to the fighting game genre is that we were adding team play. So having 2-on-2 fights, having 2-on-2 fights is really fun. Like your buddy and you are taking cover behind the logs, and one of you is like really low health, and the other's going to go out guns blazing, and it just like creates those kind of awesome spaghetti western moments. We have split screen on the PS4, which is a lot of fun for going online couch co-op with your buddy and fighting other teams.
Should we play some 2v2?
Yeah, we should show some 2-on-2. But we just got to take down Keely first. He's getting out of hand.
Oh yeah, that was well timed.
Warm up, man. Warm up. First round.
Yeah, so a lion named King is asking about the PC version. So PC got a lot of. We started this game as a PS4 project, and then at PAX we were asked a lot about like, why don't you guys put this out on PC? Can you add another SKU? We were always really scared because we're such a small team that we tend to need to put all of our focus on one thing to get it at a shippable state. But we decided eventually that early access might be a really good way of actually, taking the game forward. So we launched the game, we put the PS4 on hold, we built an early access version. So then the PC guys got to see the burst of the game. Then it came time we have to get this thing ready for launch on PS4. So we had to put the early access on hold and then go focus on getting that up to speed. Each time we shift, we learn a lot. Like we learned a lot at early access that we wouldn't have learned for PS4 normally, and we were able to implement all that awesomeness into the PS4 version. From the PS4 version, we learned a ton, and now we're doing this patch, and we're actually even after this patch, we have a lot of wish list stuff that we realized we could put in. And then, so our next priority, our next big milestone, I think after this patch is all stable, is just moving towards PC and getting it all caught up, and also adding new features too, like that will make the PC experience super solid. So yeah, you're gonna find we kind of leapfrog back and forth, and it's unusual, but the only reason we have to do that is because we're such a small team, and making an online multiplayer game is quite an undertaking for an indie team. So that's the best way we do it. But it's gonna be, we're really looking forward to getting the PC community all caught up on these changes. You guys are gonna really love all the stuff that we did in the last few patches. No one likes fighting Kid Reds.
I love fighting Kid Reds. There's one person.
I think deserters love fighting Kid Reds.
Yeah.
That's a hard matchup for me as a Kid Red player.
So satisfying when you kill him.
With Wolf Girl, her arrows travel at a little bit slower speed, so you have to lead your shot more. It just takes a little while to get used to, but it's
Plus, there's
nice.
a little delay on this too, right? That's what I'm blaming. It's that
That's
quarter
true.
second
there
delay.
is a delay. Yeah,
That's
but-
true. We are playing with a delay because we're streaming. Well, we're viewing it through a streaming
Capture
device.
device.
Yeah.
Oh man, nice toss.
You can do it, Tony. You're like our best hope for
Come on.
beating Kaylee.
Because I'm used to this delay.
Yeah.
Twizzy saying, thank you for whoever said that Deserter beats Kid Red.
Uh-oh.
No, Marcus is asking, is the arrow shot an instant connect like a bullet, or is it more like Matador's Banderas? It's more like the spears. It has a travel time, so there's no auto lock on it. It's a skill shot. You need to aim it a little bit ahead of your target.
Alright, Yusuf, you want to give it a shot? None of us can beat Kaylee.
The
But you feel leveled up.
Wolfie the Harry's asking if we're ever going to release this on Xbox. It's not in our plan right now. We really just focused on, we're already feeling like really behind on the PC, and we wouldn't want to take on more stuff at the moment. So we really want to just get the PC and the PS4, just get those products first where we really want them, and then we can look at taking on more stuff.
Yeah, and it's like you said earlier, like we think it's really important. The reason why we've like leapt back and forth between things is because we feel it's really crucial to do things right, and because we're so small, we really just need to focus and make sure that what we release isn't broken. Who am I playing now?
Me?
Oh yeah.
On mine. I check. I don't know. So I'm actually going to do Control Plus against the.
So should we switch to 2v2 after this?
Yeah, let's switch to 2v2.
That's what I need to see there.
There, crit hit. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm gonna switch to wolf stance and run away. So I landed 2 crit hits on Keely.
Yeah, and that was half my damage.
Okay, I got another crit hit on him. So you see what I'm doing differently is I'm using the roll a lot. Because I can't go toe-to-toe with Kid Red. He's too fast and too dangerous. So you kind of got to roll and land those arrow hits. Switch to wolf stance to get a little bit of a breather.
Yeah, and so
Oh, no.
Doll Parts is asking if I added new songs that aren't on the OST. So yeah, there are a few new ones that will come out in the patch. A few of them have played in the background while we've been playing. You might have noticed them. There are a few new ones. There were a few on the OST that weren't in the game as well, so I've added those into the game.
Alright, so you see that? A couple arrows and Keely's. Are the logs to you?
You guys have new log formations?
No, let's say logs. I think Tony actually snuck in some lighting fixes though in this patch.
So, do people notice the difference?
Yeah, well, someone's asking if the logs are new.
Oh, no, the logs are always there.
Yeah, but they shine.
They're more noticeable. Give rise to log formation.
I'll figure out some sort of solution, Doll Parts, too, of getting new songs available one way or another.
So Wolf Girl has an awesome evade. You'll see her evade. It's a really long distance evade, so it's really good for getting out of explosion range and stuff. No! This isn't going so well.
I swear it's that, with her shot, it's probably the hardest one with the delay, right?
Yeah, a little bit. I'm
just with the capture device, I think.
Yeah.
No!
It couldn't be that Kaylee's playing well. There's no way.
No.
Kelly's one of our...
worst player.
Let's finish that sentence. Favorite people?
Favorite people. Oh, nice, perfect meat.
Okay, I want to be on Kaylee's team.
You don't have a choice. It'll be us versus Kaylee.
When I use Matador, or when I use the Wolf in team fights, what I find is, because she's so fast, is letting your teammate battle, and you're kind of circling around the outsets, landing crit shots to support them. And she's pretty good, like, for people that think she's pretty good against deserters and guys with huge hitboxes. Kid Reds? Oh, nice.
That's probably her toughest matchup, is Kid Red.
Yeah. And Matador.
Oh yeah. Oh no! Oh no! Up against the ropes.
Oh my god.
Don't you dare start running around. Do the Kaylee shuffle.
Oh! Oh, okay. One thing is special with her arrow, you don't have to charge it. Or you don't, I mean, there's no reload.
Get him! Uppercut!
Oh! Yeah! Also, you get some of the best death scenes with a giant arrow sticking through you. Now people get to see the victory
Second
can
only
that
to
I love
the
so much.
second only to the Molotov
Oh yeah.
victory can. That's got to be the best one. Are we gonna be double wolf? Who's?
No, mix it up, mix it up. Yeah. You know, I play the wolf. I play the wolf patiently, like someone mentioned in there. You kind of, and I really use spacing. So if they're coming at me, and I know they're going to run at me, I roll backwards and fire an arrow. Try and get them to you kite them, get them to run straight at you, and you can roll backwards, fire long-range arrows right at them, and you'll land those crit shots. It's really a good strategy against her is like what Kaylee was doing with me. He was zigzagging a lot, so I couldn't land, my shots. But if he comes running straight at me, then it's easy.
Domination.
So do you guys have the ability to play 2 versus 2 on your side, or do you need me for this one?
Yeah, we have 2 test kits over here.
Okay, if I'll do this.
We do need you.
Okay. I'll do a draw after this round, everybody.
She's interesting. Like, Gordo is really Gordo and the Wolf are on opposite ends of the spectrum. Gordo's a lot like Kid Red, where he's gonna be a lot of fun for just new players to just like arcadey, just like lay down big power, like throw huge flames, Gatling gun spray a whole area and hit bullets. She's like the opposite. You really need a lot of precision with her, but once you start getting that precision, you start feeling really good.
And Kaylee, join my
Shoot the
game.
invite, Kaylee.
Yeah, it's connecting.
See if it's connecting.
Gordo makes me laugh when I play with him.
Yeah,
I used to be an idiot. Run around
Go
and
ahead.
cause trouble. Oh.
Switch your spots. Drop kick. In team fights, she's really interesting if you kind of hang back a little bit, because you can, if your enemy's not focused on you, it's a lot easier to land the crit hits, and you can really be like the deadly support in the background that nobody sees. So who's playing here? It's you and Kaylee versus
Me and Jared. Tony and Kaylee versus me and Jared.
Tony and Kaylee. Oh my god.
I got heals.
How is the tail moving? I animate it actually, so it's not physics, but I find that I like animating stuff like that because I find that I can get it to make shapes that I want instead of relying on just whatever the physics is doing. So in some cases you might want the tail like being rigid and up, in some cases you might want it really fluid, and so I tend to animate things and break it into different states so that the tail's a little bit smarter. Same with Phantom Poncho's cloak or Matador's cape. We decided early on, would it be better to set this up as physics, just springs that just dangle around and do whatever, or do we want to have control over it? And I looked at the Batman cartoons and stuff, and and Jose's drawings, and a lot of it is there's cool shapes that those things can make, and I think I would rather have explicit control over those shapes than
You do?
Sure.
just let the physics do everything.
Oh, nice. Out of nowhere.
Can they fire arrows crit as well? Yes, they do at the moment. Yeah. And you want to be careful because she can fire really fast, and sometimes you just get in a panic where you're like boom, 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 just firing arrow after arrow, and you really want to make sure you're not doing that in front of a teammate.
Tried?
Yeah, never retreat.
You got any heals?
Yep, I should be. No. No, protect. That's good. Both girls got no health.
Yeah.
Watch out for Kid Red.
Oh, nice.
Hey, get out of here!
There you go. So that was awesome. Wolf Girl from a distance, or the wolf pulled a crit hit on the server.
Nice.
Oh no.
Health.
They're both. I'm trying to get out of there. I got them both down.
Chris, someone's saying the coyote sound is so good. The coyote sound got Kaylee in a lot of trouble.
Oh man, the coyote sound is not popular in my house.
Because we do nightly testing, and it usually goes from 9 p.m. to 1 in the morning or something. And
We're all there was 7 of us at a time, all bouncing.
yeah, we're all testing the wolf, the new character a lot. So
The worst sound
What
effect
was
of
it?
all is
What
hearing
was
my
it?
wife, the
Your
door
wife,
of our
yeah.
bedroom open at midnight.
What
'Cause I
kind
know
of
what's
terrible
coming next.
noise is that? Was it something like that she said?
Someone is asking why the devs rarely use the knife. I use the knife a lot, but I find the knife, I don't like using it against Kid Reds because I like using it against Gordo, and I like using it against Deserter and Killer, guys with like slower fire rates, because then you can kind of make them miss a shot and then run in close and stun them.
Oh,
There you
nice
go,
one.
nice pounce.
Thanks, Tony.
You're tearing apart Deserter.
Good.
The knife doesn't take stamina at the
gotta
moment. We're going to be watching
around
that,
the
but we
backside
decided
of
to
the
start out with it not using stamina because it's it's not really that spammable.
Man, I can't believe I
She's
survived that.
our
Down there. Keep going.
our first character that can fire unlimited fire
Oh,
without reloading.
even.
They were taking the house.
This is a close match.
Yeah. One thing with her, she'll do she does weak damage base. She does very high damage with crit hits. So if someone gets good, they're gonna do a lot of crit hits. And she has really low hit points herself, but she can move really fast in wolf states. So she's got an interesting mix of strengths and weaknesses. Oh, we would love to see Secret Poncho's cosplay, Twitchy Kismet. We started seeing our first of the cosplay at PAX
Seattle.
PAX Seattle.
Last
It was
year.
really cool.
So Kid Red. And we saw some people on Twitter that did Phantom Halloween.
Oh yeah, yeah.
The PlayStation's made the mascot as well. Phantom.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw Sony's mascot, Phantom Poncho. It's so cool.
So one other change that we've made that you guys might be noticing that are watching is how long matches last. Do you want to talk about that, Hughes? Some people will know from last stream, but some people might not.
Yeah, you know, we started out, we were watching, we wanted to increase the ratio of how long you can play after the ratio of play time to search, you know, and make it so you're playing more and searching less. So that's how it started out. We were like, well, let's add a little bit of health and let's make the matches a lot longer. When we did that, though, we actually found that the game got more fun just because a lot of times you could do like an amazing combo and get someone 90% dead, or if you have the right perks, you could kind of kill them with one big combo. And that wasn't really how we intended the game. But now with everyone having more health, it plays more like a fighting game, closer towards a fighting game model where you have room to, you know, absorb a couple big combos and still make a comeback, versus like a shooter where, you know, one or two hits and you're dead. So it's a lot of fun, and you'll notice that in domination, I think there's this threshold where you can really get immersed in the match without it. Before you were running out of time, always before you really got into it, and now you can just sort of relax and get really into the zone. And yeah, I was really surprised. We approached it to solve one problem, but it actually made the game a lot more fun. So we're really excited to roll that out.
Finish him off, Tony!
I use the backflip a lot when someone is. I use the backflip a lot when I need to make an escape, and I'll just like do a quick kick at somebody. But we did tune it so it's more of a stun move and less of a damage move, and we want to see how you guys play with it. You know,
Kid Red. Gosh.
and these are our first characters that are being released without any, with just our testing.
Got him.
And we know that whenever even we launch a character on early access or anything, we learn so much from how the community uses them. So we're just ready to jump on a patch and tune these values. We got
We took down the tyrant.
Was that a high five I heard?
Yeah,
That's a
man.
good game.
That wasn't just a new follower.
Oh man. 1 in 6? Tony!
but
Look,
you're
look
the
at me.
wolf too, right?
No, I was the wolf.
Wow, nice 6 and 3.
You
See-
stole all my kills.
I knew you were gonna say that.
That was a good fight. That was really even.
Hey, do you guys have a sec that you can post the prizes, or is that going to be too difficult?
Tony, can you post the prizes? Image?
You can just bring the image up on your screen. Right?
All right, this is the prize image right here.
I sent you an email with the 3 prizes, or the
Um,
two prizes, I guess.
There, this is the prize image, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Do you have an email with 2 pictures?
So it's
On a real model, not on a...
shirt off my back.
Sure.
This is the one we said. Baby spit up and all.
We need a picture of Kaylee's ripped bod with the t-shirt instead of us.
Just talk to my wife about my rip bod.
No, this is not Kaylee.
That one, just the one on the left, probably. That's got the print and the shirt.
So with our t-shirts, when we designed it, we decided to kind of go a little bit classy and have no logos or no branding on it. So just, we thought it was, I don't know, what we interpret as classy. So
that's the print and the shirt.
Is it showing on this?
yeah. So the art print is the art print signed, isn't it?
Yeah, we sat Jose down and made him sit there and sign like 100 prints.
So yeah, it's a limited print and it's signed by Jose the artist. And the t-shirts are really cool too. People really responded well. Oh man, the wolf would be so cool on a t-shirt. We gotta make one of her. Phantom, yeah.
And Gordo.
Okay, guys. So first draw is going to be an art print. We'll do the t-shirt. We'll do the t-shirt next.
This is the girl that also hate you for making this game. Huh?
What's that?
A lion named King says, this is the girl that also hate you for making this game. Why do you hate us? Because it's fun?
All girls seem to hate us for making this game.
Oh. It is, yeah. It is a good way of stealing your husband's time. Especially if they're developing it. Yeah, Kaylee, you can see the prizes, right?
Yeah, looks
Are
great.
you going to do a raffle?
Yeah, I'm going to do a draw right now for the art print.
Do the people get a choice of which t-shirt they get?
Yes. Yeah, you can pick of the 2 designs. Unless you're a triple XL, in which case we only have the killer one left, I think. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Okay.
All right, so here it comes. The winner is...
Raffle. I should sign in. Quick.
-0.
-0, nice work.
Oh, he deserves it for all those awesome fan art he did with the nurse mat.
Oh,
nurse
nice.
server.
Oh,
Yeah.
awesome.
Now he has to do a Cupid Wolf Girl for us
Yeah.
for Valentine's Day.
It's kind of appropriate that he got the art print, too.
Yeah.
He did one for Gordo. Did you guys
He's like
see
the
it?
community
No.
artist.
Here, I'll pull it up actually, since I'm on the interweb.
Okay, Dash, so what's going to happen here is I'm going to send you a message on Twitch, and I'll need your address and stuff like that, and then we'll ship the art print off to you. And then we'll do a draw for the t-shirts in about maybe 10 or 15 minutes, guys. Maybe we should show off Plaza.
Oh, somebody's asking if they can buy the print.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
You
Keely, you
can
set up
buy
a
the print.
store, right?
Yeah, the online store will be up there.
That's some -0.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the fan art.
Oh, it's the one below it.
Those are hilarious.
Winter poncho.
Nice.
Wow. We can just get rid of Jose right now.
Yeah.
I'm waiting to
Right.
see. I'm watching the stream with the sound off so that I can see.
I wonder when we're gonna. I wonder if we're ever gonna break out of character and just have ridiculous skins like Dinosaur Gordo and stuff. I'm trying to hold on to. I'm trying to hold on to creative cohesiveness as long as I can. But it's always tempting when you see a nurse deserter.
Yeah.
Oh, we're just joking. Jose's critical to the
Jose
operation.
rage typing it.
Dash has heard the stories about Jose. He's scared for his life right now.
Jose actually has a really cool comic book he's working on called Mariachi Samurai.
That'd be awesome. A wolf hoodie.
Oh my god,
Yeah, and then you put it up, and yeah.
Has a little built-in speaker.
Oh.
Oh yeah, let's shoot the Plaza.
Yeah.
Alright, so new map.
Bing.
This is my favorite map.
It's the best map.
Yeah, this is and this is actually the first map we ever started.
Yeah.
It's true. It's in our previous.
It's in our initial previs of the game, and yeah, it's funny. It's the last one that we finished. No,
World exclusive.
Second last. Yeah.
yeah. So this map, it's really fun for a lot of reasons. It's got interiors and exteriors, but it's a small map. But everything you have room to escape inside buildings, but everything loops back around to the central area. I don't know if you guys can see me on the camera, but so it really has this really good flow, and we're trying to understand what makes it so
Why it's
awesome.
good,
Yeah,
yeah.
why it's awesome. We spend a lot of time looking at it, and I think that how everything loops back to the middle is what makes it really unique.
Just gonna use wolf to run right around the map for a bit.
Yeah, so you'll see that. Tony, can you go to the central fountain?
It's not on the-
So this is the central fountain. This is where the battles really happen, and it really reminds me of, I mean, every kind of Mexican or Latin American city or whatever has this kind of this idea of a central plaza, and the central plazas always have this like fountain in the middle, and you know, like a lot of the key churches and stuff are built around it, and it just goes back. They're really old, and it really reminds me of the Way of the Gun when they're fighting in that central fountain area with all the broken bottles, and yeah, now you can see. So that's where the battle happens. But a lot of times people will run into these destroyed buildings, and but you can always kind of make a quick escape to lose somebody, and it always loops you back to the middle area. There's a lot of cover in this, and a lot of opportunities to sort of flank people, but they're not far from the central area. I think that's what makes the map a lot of fun.
Oh man, we should show everybody the Gordo ground pound down in the bottom corner. The destructible boxes. So dramatic.
Next week.
Yeah.
Tony's favorite part of the map. Tony, you want to show your favorite part of the map? Your lighting beauty?
Oh yeah.
Right, don't hit me.
So up a little bit, if you walk through here. I like this part too. Because there's a little bit of sunshine coming through.
It's the little things.
Little thing. We sit here and stare at these things all day, so.
I missed the disco.
The disco? Oh yeah. We had a bug for a while where inside the church, it was all like
Purple and green.
purple and green. That's what we called it, the disco.
Who's playing Phantom?
Me, why?
I was just wondering.
You know, what we try to do with our map design is we really try and make sure that each level, that we don't just look at them aesthetically, we look at them like, how does it play different? And one of the big ways we do is open spaces versus confined spaces. That's one of the variables we play with. And, you know, is it open in the middle and like a lot of dense confinement on the outside? Is it really dense in the middle and open on the outside? Is it a big map? Is it a small map? Is there a few big cover objects, or are there lots of little cover objects like in the graveyard? And that's, you know, we kind of have all these little things that we think about trying to create variety in there. And so usually when we design a map, it starts out with just a square, and in Photoshop we have just a bunch of X's representing density, and where do we want the density and where do we want the open spaces. And you know, this level is really cool because a lot of the it's just got a big variety of cover, but the main thing I think in this one is if you were to draw little paths of all the routes, you know, that's what really makes it interesting. That's what I mean, that you might exit into the church, but then it might loop back into the central area.
And compared to something like the mines, right, where you have the super long corridors you're confined.
So Twizzy is asking if we can fix the camera issues. What camera issues are you referring to? This level actually plays really well for one-on-one because it's smaller, and it also plays well for team fights because there's lots of areas a team can sort of escape to or two partners can escape to.
Oh no! Where are you? We're not fighting together.
No, I know. I wasn't even fighting at all at the beginning. I was like, Tony, show off the map. Can't believe it's
Good excuse.
It was all like, hold on, I gotta test something.
Tony, we've almost got a domination here. My favorite thing about this map is trying to throw things through the window.
Oh, he meant the camera. I thought you meant the camera issues in the game. I'm like, uh-oh. He meant camera issues if they can't see me. I'll go back further. I can't really see myself. Oh, there I am. Oh, wait, no, I'm not.
Come sit up there.
There's a lot of room next to...
Come get
Sit in the middle here.
Oh, taking advantage of me talking.
Yeah,
We're gonna get that domination. Kaylee, let's do this.
Oh, we got them separated.
Alright.
What's this?
Get him!
Snuggling up to these guys.
Watch out!
Oh.
Yeah!
I was just
I was
praying,
too busy
praying
trying-
in the church.
Let's try to get his hand up.
Thanks for following us, Mr. Peanut Butter. I love peanut butter.
Do you think you will ever be able to make an arcade or classic mode with rival battle? Do you
Tell
think
us more.
Do you think it's ever going to happen eventually? Arcade mode with rival battle. Do you guys know what that means?
Can you explain a little more what you guys mean by rival battle?
I thought it was all rival battle.
Yeah.
If you need a rival, join the forums.
But please
Yeah.
use appropriate language to get a rival.
So Gamer's Poetry is asking an interesting question. He's asking, have you guys tried free-for-all with the new character's health amount? Yeah, we'll give you guys all just the raw info of what we experienced. So what we experienced was Deathmatch got a lot more fun, Domination got a lot more fun, and free-for-all was always just sort of like a fun arcade mode that was sort of outside of the core experience of what we did. Free-for-all gets a little bit more kill steely and a little bit further of what we want the core experience to be, you know, because now you have to play it a little bit differently. But we really, you know, the core of the game is the actual fighting modes, the domination and the deathmatch, and so I think I think we're going to when we prioritize it, if something's better for those modes and maybe it changes free for all in a weird way, we're going to prioritize the domination and the deathmatch. But free for all is still fun. It's just now it's more important to not, like, you're more vulnerable if you're sitting there getting in a long fight with somebody. Someone's going to come zipping around the corner. I definitely like the domination, and the deathmatch is better though. And free for all, it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell how these changes affect that right now. I think free for all's stronger with less health, you know, because the more health you have, the more it becomes kill steely. But by its nature, free for all is a kill steely mode, and I think it works really well for team shooters and stuff, where one shots kill you anyways. But Secret Ponchos is more like a fighting game where you have like a longer health bar and stuff. So it's an interesting experiment. We're gonna see what the community thinks about free for all.
Man, Matador. It's been a while since I played a Matador.
So Resident1 is asking, is the spawn system random? And that you sometimes see enemy teammates always spawning together, although you and a teammate spawn separately. How spawning works on PS4, it's been a little while since we implemented this, but I think what it does is it looks at the furthest spawn point from where enemies are, and it puts you there. So it'll look at enemy positions, and there's a bunch of spawn points throughout the map, and it'll put you at the one that's furthest from all enemies. So that's how it works. And we really wanted to prioritize so that you never spawn on top of an enemy. That was the goal, or we minimize that. So it might seem like it's random, but it's actually the positions that all the enemies are is random. So that'll dictate where you spawn. Two Casuals asking a question, maybe Chris you can answer this. How did Gordo and Wolf Girl act as a team?
Come watch next week to see.
Actually, yeah, so next week we're going to show both characters together. I think they work
I think they were really
because they're opposites, yeah. They I use Wolf Girl like I mentioned before. I really use Wolf Girl in the background as sort of this deadly assassin, you know, while a character like Gordo or something is on the forefront. Gamer Poetry is asking if you hit Matador with an arrow, can you see her while she's invisible? I don't even know.
I think you can.
I think that you do see the arrow.
You probably see the arrow.
Yeah, I think you do see the arrow, and what we need to just decide, I guess, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Because a lot of times those happy accidents end up becoming things that we like, and you know.
It would be the same as if Matador hit another Matador with the metal arrow as well.
And I think it's the same with the dynamite attach. You can see the dynamite stuck on her, but you can't see her.
Do you guys like that, or do you like? Would you like? You know, do you like it as a counter to invisibility, or do you?
I think it's a good counter.
Yeah.
You still have to hit her first, right?
Or do you feel that it makes Matador's blind less effective, or do you think it's already effective and it's just a good counter if you can pull it off?
Yeah, like anything.
I think, yeah, I kind of like it if you can see it. Well, why don't we try it right now?
Amen.
No way. Oh.
Oh, nice one.
And of course, Kaylee blew me up too.
Sorry, buddy.
Typical.
So,
I thought you were getting.
Kill still and team hurting.
Jin is asking if you can stun lock somebody with the kick.
No, there's a stun block.
So how? Yeah, actually, one thing we changed in this patch is we increased the stun block time too. So, the stun blocking mechanic should prevent anyone from ever being able to stun lock somebody. And how stun blocking works is, when you stun somebody, they're stunned and they can't move, so you get a free shot. Now, in the old system, when someone was in that position, if you hit them with another move that stuns, they get stunned again, and so you could chain stun somebody, you could keep stunning them. But what the stun block does is, if somebody's stunned, your next shot will unstun them. Even if it's a shot that has a stun, it won't take effect. So the intention with the stun is you get one free shot on them, and then they're free to move around. So if you kick somebody and they're stunned, and you run and kick them again, you're basically going to unstun them, and they have an evade, a stamina unit delivered to them automatically when they get unstunned, so that they're going to be able to evade away. So that's a good tip. Like if you ever get stunned, you're always going to be guaranteed to have an evade point, and you're going to have a little window where nobody can stun you again. So you might as well evade during that window.
Domination.
It's okay. Let's play
Okay, everyone. I think it's to celebrate Tony and I getting domination again.
Oh, whatever.
I think we should do a T-shirt giveaway.
Trash. Yeah. This is the best day of Kaylee's life.
Yeah.
He's using his.
Hey, we lost
character.
Chris now in the stream. Okay, I'm gonna turn this. You know what? It's like 45 seconds behind seeing what the camera does. Oh.
Cool. You guys can try to sit closer.
Well, who knows what that does?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Now it's probably just on
Uses
your
butt. Anticipation.
Okay, guys,
So someone
the
asked
winner of the
if, the
T-shirt
stun times
Hold
are
on.
shorter.
is
Yeah, I'm gonna put Kid Red this time.
Pascal Fats.
Pascal Fats.
Pascal
Yay!
Fats. Congratulations,
Congratulations.
Pascal Fats.
Chris, do we have any new music we can debut?
Well, it's been playing.
Yeah, did you hear any of the new songs?
Yeah, I've heard all of them except for the party music.
Party music? Okay. Well, we'll play. We'll make sure we do a shout out when there's a new song coming up. Somebody was asking if the stun times are shorter. So a few characters unintentionally had longer stun times, and that was Phantom Poncho when he's the victim. He was stunned too long, right?
Yeah.
And Kid Red, right?
Kid Red.
Yeah, so those guys got their stun time shortened. So it's more consistent across the board. And Killer's Knife was doing a lot more stun time on those guys too, so we shortened that. But the main thing that we've done is we've actually extended the stun block time. So the time that you're immune from a stun after you've been stunned is now, I think it's 1.75 seconds, and it was 1 before. I'll need to go check the math, but it's longer. So now you'll be, people can rely on chain stunning less. The idea with a stun is, if you land a stun, you should be able to set up one awesome thing, but not. We don't want you to be able to just keep spamming someone.
Shoot the invite, Kaylee.
You're right there, guys. Sorry, I was just sending Pascal a quick note.
So it's funny, you see how she's standing on the table? I had a hard time with this animation, because every time I made her sit at the table in a wolf costume, it just felt... I didn't know, I'm like, I don't know how to do this.
Playing
Yeah.
poker.
There's something wrong. And,
Did you just say dogs playing poker?
The wildling.
Wow, she's a wildling. She doesn't...
There's no need for chairs.
So Jeff, most dev asks, what's the difference between stun blocking and immune after stun, and do you take away the immunity? I think they're talking about when Kid Red get knocked down. He was immune to damage.
Yeah, so that was actually a bug with Kid Red. When Kid Red would fall, you couldn't hit him at all, and he had an immunity. But that wasn't intentional, and so we actually have fixed that now. So you can shoot Kid Red when he's stunned. Stun block is basically, stun block is just something that when you're stunned and someone shoots you, you're basically vulnerable to the next shot. Stun block just means that if someone tries to shoot you with a stun shot, it'll deflect the stun part of it. You'll still take damage, but you won't get stunned, and so you have a stun block activated. Now you have a window from when you get stunned that the stun block is on, so you're protected from any stuns during that window, but you're not protected from all shots, and so that was a bug we fixed with the immunity. Yeah, guys, getting these characters is gonna be awesome, because we if this is successful, then we can actually move forward and keep expanding the game, and that's really our goal. So think of these characters as just your way if you want to support the dev team to make more stuff, and the skins too. And but the bundle is a great way if you want to get both characters and save some money. Yeah,
Feel free to buy them both individually.
no, yeah, we're
Buy a soundtrack.
And T-shirts. Maybe just send us a blank check. It's alright.
a lot of the games that are like isometric games, they have maybe like 10 10, 15 animations on a character, like a lot of MOBAs and stuff. Whereas you look at ours, when we add a character, that's the reason we didn't come out with like 20 characters. We have so much depth in each character. Like they have multiple weapons, multiple attacks that they can launch from each weapon, and each character has like probably over like 100 animations because they can like they can roll in multiple directions, they can take cover, they can reload, they can do things from cover, and I think that's we want to keep adding characters that have that richness. And both of these guys, Gordo and the Wolf, we're really proud of their variety and their mechanics and stuff. How they extend the Secret Poncho's mechanics, but they still feel cohesive with everything. The same way that, Kid Red's Dynamite, it's not just a clone of Phantom Poncho's whip with new art and we call it something different, it's got totally different mechanics. So that's how we approach these guys. Do you ever use your secondary arrow, the stone tip arrow, or do you find it really hard to land?
Hard to land.
I use it.
But if you've got you're playing as a team,
Yeah.
we're not.
Yeah, but we're winning.
Then it works well.
It's because I've had enough of carries.
Oh, he's wounded. When you're wounded against Kaylee, when you're wounded from the heavy arrow, do you feel very vulnerable?
Yeah, it's super vulnerable.
I think that when people get good at the new character, at the Wolf, they're gonna start using the heavy arrow more.
Yeah, I think so too, because it's all about timing, right? Like the heavy arrow, if you like, it's not the other arrows you can just kind of like rapid fire, so you can get out of trouble easily. But the heavy arrow, if you've got the timing down and you can land it, it's super it's brutal.
You know what move I like doing? I like evading with her. Her evade's one of the best evades in the game because it's really fast and it's long range. I like evading and then doing the kick right after.
Oh no!
Or not the kick, but
Yeah, that
night
was
slash.
satisfying.
Yeah, I like that too, use. That's how I like playing her.
Yeah, like that. Nice.
Oh,
Good decoy, Tony.
Oh gosh, Gordo looks pretty big. Gordo's huge. And Gordo is funny because he's actually the fastest character in the game when he's running around. But he's like a train. You have to he starts out really slow, and the longer you run with him, he keeps picking up momentum and momentum.
Oh no.
Oh man.
Oh my god, 4 arrows in you. That's crazy. I never saw 4 arrows before. See if you can land the crit.
only needs one.
It feels good when you do a roll and then you fire an arrow.
What?
Especially if you charge the arrow.
Oh, so easy. Just waiting for you to run around the corner.
So, Tiger the Blue is asking, what character do you guys find the most exciting? Or wait, sorry, it's a little bit small, the text. What character would you say has the most overall? Including
Double crits!
What character do you think has the most overall? Like, you mean the most attacks or the most... it's weird. Some of the characters that don't have a lot of attacks, like Killer, they're still very well rounded. Like they have, their basics are super solid. And some characters have more crazy stuff you can do with them, like Kick Matador. Kid Red. Does he have a lot of stuff?
Well, you really kind of take on a different playstyle with each character, so to really make use of them.
kind of have to either like play really aggressively and fast, or you can play slow and kind of take on more of the personality of that character with most of them. So they're all kind of exciting, but all in different ways for me. Like Gordo, I just play like find the right word. Just an idiot and just cause trouble all over the place. Where Matador, you gotta be super scientific with their moves, really precise.
Gordo, you can do like reckless chaos,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
And it feels good unleashing that chaos. And he's got a little bit of survivability where he can.
Like, he's just silly. Like for me, I laugh almost the whole time I play as him. But then when I'm playing as other characters, I'm like super focused and I'm trying to be as precise as I can. But
Yeah, Gordo, it's fun. Just like some guys are running at you, and you're like,
yeah, you slap, throw fire all over the place, so like just cause chaos.
Gordo's got a lot of variety though, because he can, when he's escaping, he can use his Molotovs, and he can use his Molotovs to block off parts of the arena and stuff. You know, when I design these guys, I think of it like, yeah, they're special moves, and that's what everybody sees on the move sheets and stuff. But I think that they're basics that people don't really think about. Those are just as much part of the character. Like, you know, the fact that if Wolf Girl, she can move one unit faster, when she's in her knife stance. That's like to me, that's like a special move. Even though we don't write it on the move sheet, it makes a big difference. And so, like, things like how, you know, if a character like Killer, he's got a slower reload speed and a slower stamina recovery speed than other characters. So that becomes like a part of his flavor. So it's not just the amount of moves, but it's the amount of variables that are different on each character that kind of really set them apart. And there's a bunch of soft ones that people don't really talk about too much. But I remember on PC, Killer felt overpowered, and when we just dialed down, we kept his offensive stuff really strong, but we just dialed down his reload speed and his stamina recovery, and he became a really, you know, a good character because he's vulnerable. He's really strong once he has those assets, but once he uses them up, he becomes really vulnerable. Yeah, Gordo's damage is damage over time. So if you stand there in the fire, you're gonna keep getting burned. If you're chasing him and you run through a trail of his fire, you're just like, I just need to get one more bullet. So you're gonna keep running through it. You'll keep taking damage over time.
It might not be on the
So yeah, here's the Wolf Girl Wolf list. You guys already played a game. You noticed like she has more moves, but she has a lot of utility and lots of things to do. But it doesn't make her more powerful. It's just for a more experienced player. They have more options to how they fight. But with like players like Killer, there's a bit like two less like move in the move list, but it doesn't make him weaker. It's just he's more about the basics and mastering that. So
yeah, Killer has a way stronger basic shot, a way more useful basic shot. Wolf Girl has a weak basic shot, but with those special moves, if you use it correctly, it can be really damaging.
is Kaylee giving out a soundtrack?
Kaylee's pretty quiet after we beat him up.
I'm pretty quiet. What?
After we beat you up.
Oh.
Didn't really have much to say about the last round, did you?
No. I'm having a hard time connecting right now. Oh, there we go.
Oh yeah, sure. Now he's having problems connecting.
Hey guys, my controller's not working so hot. What mode are you in? I keep getting unable to join full game. Are you in single player?
Yeah, you gotta re-invite.
I did. You're in local player.
You're in practice mode though.
Local.
Yeah, thanks for everyone who's been subscribing to the channel. This is a really good. Our Twitch channel isn't just like us playing video games. It's actually it's one of our forms of community interaction. So it's basically like a good chance for people just to chat with us about what's coming. We try and be really transparent. There's two approaches. One approach is like try not to tell people what you're thinking because it might cause a lot of chaos and debating and that kind of stuff. But we kind of try and be transparent about that stuff because we think that the community's really got a lot of good insights, and it's nice to hear. A lot of times we're talking about pros and cons. It's just nice to know all the information before we pull the trigger on stuff. And something else to keep in mind is a multiplayer game like this or League of Legends or something. It's just continual balancing and refinement, nerfing and buffing and that kind of stuff. And that our game's no different. So, you know, if something doesn't feel right, we like playing with you guys and watching how people play and listening, and then we sort of refine, and that's kind of how we find the sweet spot on all those characters. Oh my god. Wolf Girl's got, or the wolf has a really cool, when she evades, when she has a dynamite on her, you want to think twice about attaching a dynamite to her because she can evade and catch you. Like, she's one of the few characters that can actually catch you when you're...
Oh man, oh, we got a nice shot in there.
I'm really curious to see if the community is going to just be crit shotting with her all the time, if she's going to be too strong, or if, you know, if the ratio is... I'm really curious to see what the skill learning curve is on the crit shots. We'll find out next week, or... Yeah.
I'm starting to like the evade backwards crit shot.
So the reason the release is pushed back is we just sort of, I mean, we wanted to tell the community when we could expect it, but with on PlayStation there is a submission process, and we need to go through their QA and stuff like that. So, and there was a few things that we set up incorrectly in with our store and our some technical stuff. So we needed to do a resubmission. So Sony's trying to get it through submission as fast as they can to help us out, but if they can't, then it'll have to be the PlayStation Store updates once a week. So if we miss that window, then we will have to hit the next week. So that's basically the scenario. I think that is probably going to be most likely delayed a week because we needed to resubmit, and they've been really cool about rushing us through, but it just depends how fast we can get through their QA. And the tricky thing is, it's not just actually the tricky thing is we need to get it approved in both regions, in Europe and US, so that we launch everything at the same time. And so that's there's a lot of moving parts. So our apologies about that. We like not being vague about like dates and stuff and saying like, okay, it's gonna be out on the 17th. But then if one little thing goes wrong, that's usually why people don't announce dates. It's just in case, you know. But
and it's tricky too when there's like a third party like Sony involved, because you know we can't predict how every single thing will go, so it makes it a little extra tricky.
Their QA team has been really awesome and really supportive.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jared. It's okay.
Oh man, Tony, sorry.
I think a lot of it actually is, it's just, this is our first time launching DLC, like launching new characters and stuff through the store, so we're kind of new at all the requirements and stuff, so we're just trying to wrap our head around all that stuff.
Oh man.
I mean, what button does what attack? Somebody's asking. So with the wolf, R1, the little one, does the knife slash, and then holding down that button does the pounce. Just like holding, and then just like holding it down might do like Deserter's Impale or something like that. With her arrows work like Kid Red, so you can fire using the R2, like the big trigger, and you can toggle weapon type using R1, the same way Kid Red toggles between single fire and dual fire when you hit R1. R1 and her toggles between the wooden arrow and the stone tip arrow. We're wondering, we're looking to you guys for feedback on that. We might actually flip it so that you don't need to switch arrows, that like just hitting the R1 starts charging the other one, hitting R2 charges the wooden arrow. The only disadvantage to that is I kind of like that you can see when somebody's walking around what state they're in, you know, because you can visually see by the arrow, and you get that from the toggle. So we're just looking at it, is that worth it? Is it going to be intuitive for people? But her arrows basically work just like Kid Red's fire, except you need to charge. Well, you can just You can spam it. Like you can fire arrows quickly. It'll just fire at the shortest range, like that. But never go toe to toe trying to fire against Kid Red. What is Wilhelm scream?
That's a scream that's in like a whole bunch of movies dating back from like the 70s or 60s, I think it started.
Oh, cool.
And every time like someone would get like thrown, like Indiana Jones will throw a guy out of a truck, and the guy goes like, ah! And it's in like every single movie.
You know which one I love is in Conan the Barbarian. There's a scream, and in Golden Axe they have that same scream, and I swear it's the exact scream.
Really?
Yeah. And I've played a lot of Golden Axe and watched a lot of Conan the Barbarian. So
You would know?
yeah, I mean,
your area of expertise.
this isn't a fact, but
Doesn't he do the same scream in Bloodsport?
what's that?
Same scream. Jean-Claude Van Damme does the same scream in Bloodsport.
Oh, sorry. Go, Tony.
My friend Corey, he also does sound stuff, Chris, but he says he can't stand it in movies. He hears the same cat sound effects every time. Like every movie will have the same cat sound.
Yeah, how do you like that, Kaylee?
The patch is pushed back for sure. Yes, like it's not going to be on the 17th. So it's I would say it's like a 90% chance that it's going to be just released the following week. That we might have missed that window by just like a couple days because we had to fix something small and resubmit it. But until it's totally approved, I don't want to I can't say for sure because what if something else comes up? Like what if they find something else that we might have set up incorrectly? But you know, they've been really good at looking at it really quickly and letting us know. So I think it's all good. It's just we just set up one thing on the patching correctly. So
man.
It's our bad. It's not Sony's bad or anything like that. It's just there's a process and we had to learn it. But in terms of like the patch on our side, it's all done and everything. It's just like there's a lot of little steps you need to do to submit it and get it approved. So it just means time for one more Twitch stream before it gets released.
And we've still got one thing left that we haven't shown people.
Oh yeah, the prize. Yeah, we're gonna talk about the prize next week. The prize is a thank you. The prize was a thank you that Tony and Jared made because we felt horrible when the game came out and all the characters were getting wiped and stuff, and we had networking problems. So these guys kind of started modeling up something special, and it'll be sort of something exclusive for people that have been playing the game and adopted it early and joined our community early. While it was just like a tiny thing. I mean, like the wiped stuff, that's not a big part of it. The big part of it really is, you know, when an indie company launches a multiplayer game, we got to build a community, and we're really appreciative of the community that stands by it and helps us grow the game. And you know, hopefully one day we call it the Generation 1 community, and hopefully one day you guys will all be like, yeah, I remember I was part of Street Fighter when it first launched. You know, that's kind of our dream. So if it was like that with Secret Punches, that'd be great.
Well, should we do our last raffle?
Yeah, everybody, I'm gonna do a raffle here for the soundtrack giveaway. And Gwen M 1956, you're the winner. Congratulations. Oh, Jeff is. I think there's some confusion from Jeff about
Jeff really wants
how to get the skin.
Oh, don't worry. If you're playing now, anyone who's playing now will be included in this. Yeah, it's not like specific to like this day or anything like that. We'll announce the details, but no one who's listening to this should feel excluded. Unless you haven't got the game yet, then you should go get it quick.
What have we given away so far?
A print, and we gave away a shirt, right?
We gave away a shirt, we gave away an art print, and we've given away a soundtrack.
Nice.
Did you guys know I have a drawing from Jose of Gordo fighting Wolf Girl with a wolf at from PAX? I was looking through all the sketches he did, and there was one in there.
Just show it next week.
Yeah. Scan it. Put it up.
All
Yeah,
right.
that'll be our cover for next week's Twitch stream.
Who was playing with? You want to switch? Be on their main. I'll play some Phantom.
Tony wants to be on the winning team.
We'll see now.
Don't start it yet, guys. I'm switching Outlaws.
Oh no. Switching Outlaws is going to his beat.
You know who's coming.
Okay, Kaylee. It's us this time.
So guys, when this patch comes out, we're hoping our community get all your friends that have the game on PlayStation Plus and tell them there's been a lot of if they download the game, they haven't tried it yet, just get them on. It's going to be a lot of fun. We really want to use it as a good chance to boost the community, and I think it's really cool with 2 new maps and 2 new characters running around, and a lot of the fixes. I think it's going to be really exciting.
Yeah, you know what, Yus? I think like a lot of people maybe don't realize how different the game is now from when it launched. Like we fixed every major bug that cropped up in that first like couple of weeks. So like if everyone can get out there and tell everybody, like, you know, if Find Friends wasn't working, it's working now. If you had a character wipe, don't worry, it's not happening anymore. Like all that stuff we fixed. So we hope everyone can kind of reconnect with the game with this patch. It's a good opportunity for everybody.
Okay, Kaylee, it's you and I. Do this.
All right.
So Jeff is asking how different does Phantom play? He's pretty much the same. You just gotta like use his other special moves more instead of like chaining whip. I think the thing with the whip right now is it feels like it's such a good move that people just spam it a lot, and I think that takes away from the way you should be playing Phantom.
Also, he's got some buffs though to make him tougher to compensate too. Like he's no longer going to be stunned as long and that kind of stuff. So see, like I think that's a good example. Tony whipped somebody, fought them for a little bit, evaded out, evaded back in, and was able to whip them again. So you still have it. 5 seconds goes by fast, and actually. It just means that you're not using the whip twice in the same combo. That's pretty much our goal with it. Before you had to wait 1 second, you know, now you wait 4 more seconds. See there, he was able to whip, do another move, switch back, and it was ready. We just want it to be like, it to feel like a move that has some value and to keep it super strong. So we basically had 2 choices. When people were spamming it and it was really strong, it's like, okay, do we nerf it so it's not as tough and it doesn't wound you or stun you and leave it like, or do we keep it super valuable but maybe make you, you know, just think twice about when you're going to use it, and that you're not going to use it for another few seconds. If you're going to use it once in a combo and then you know, so do you want to initiate with it, stun somebody, jump in, initiate with it, or do you want to stun someone with a different move, come in, do it, and then you use it as they're escaping to try and stop them to initiate another combo? So I think we found the sweet spot. Tony's been helping me a lot with tuning it in. We like it a lot. We hope you guys are gonna like it. My favorite thing is just walking around with her bow charged like that. And she actually moves pretty fast when her bow is charged. That's another big difference between characters. Some characters, like Killer, they walk really slow when their gun is drawn. Kid Red moves really fast when his guns are drawn. The Wolf moves pretty fast when her bow is drawn. Oh, here's one of the new songs.
Well, this one's on the soundtrack though. It just wasn't in the game before.
Nolan's saying he loves the health bump just from watching it so far. Less time in the lobby. Yeah, and it's. I mean, I have a hard time articulating this, but it's being in the game, especially in a domination game, for longer. You stop. Part of your brain's always worried about the time, and before you can really get into the battle and understand your opponents and have a good back and forth, the match felt like it was over. And I think now it just feels a lot better. It feels like you have enough time to react to your enemies and learn them, and then start really getting into it and playing.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Matchmaking is actually something we've been looking at a lot lately because we're still learning a lot. So we've made a lot of changes to improve stuff. These changes will improve it. On the back end, there's still a bunch of changes that we're going to make things even better. So, you know, we're starting to just get better and better at figuring it out. And we're lucky, like Nick, who does our network code, he was a network coder on Call of Duty, and he brings a lot of experience to it. And it's just like it's really interesting how much there is to good matchmaking. And I think efficient matchmaking, so that when there's a smaller pool of users or it's in the middle of the night, people can still kind of get in without too much fragmentation. That's the type of stuff we're learning. So it's going to be continual. I expect a lot of improvements, but this patch is going to have, you know, I think the extended health time, that's a big change.
Killers. Oh no.
Oh, here's a new song.
That's the party music playing.
This is the party music.
Oh, is it?
Kaylee named that one too.
Yeah,
Kaylee names everything.
Kaylee names a lot of stuff, and then we have to rename it later. Like the gunman's trigger finger or something. In the beginning, it's like party music. One of the songs is called
The title used to be called the death metal intro.
the death metal intro. Yeah.
That also got me in trouble with the wife.
I named one of the songs "Sexy Song"
Yeah, that's true.
because it was like a sexy solo.
Oh, that knife. That dude.
Or did you get it in the back?
Oh, nice crit shot. It's so cool seeing the arrow sticking. And if you shoot a guy like Deserter in the side, the arrow, you'll see it like sticking out of his side. Like it's accurate.
The best is filling them up like a pincushion.
Yeah, and then watch it.
When there's like two of them, yeah. Two wolf girls.
Head up.
Watch out, Tony.
Oh, good toss.
Come on, duck dude, let's do this.
Careful, there's someone in the house, I think.
Chris, Games Poetry is saying he's enjoying the music so much.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
Games Poetry, do you know our soundtrack's available on
Bandcamp?
on Bandcamp? So you can go to our website.
Secretponchos.bandcamp.com.
I'll post it in the chat here in a sec.
Chris does all the music. He's right there. He can you see Chris in this? Yeah, there he is. Chris plays the drums and the guitar and the bass and all the songs, and then you have your friend come in and play trumpets, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So. No, we didn't. We actually didn't end up reducing Deserter's regular shot range for this patch, but actually, it is something that we want to do. We just wanted to not
Couldn't tell you there was only
not do it
box
without
that
sufficient
size.
testing.
I didn't
You
see
know,
it.
we really want to put it, stress test it with a few weeks of testing on our side. So it's not going to be in this patch. It's going to be in the next patch if it makes it.
Cheers!
Oh, I didn't hit him.
Yes! Woo!
Nice work, Kaylee.
I'm going to move this down a little bit. Go. Sky.
It's not bad.
Nerf the Z shot. What's the Z shot?
That's the charge double shot. It's gone.
Oh yeah, we fixed the Z shot. It's gone.
Here, everybody. Here's the. Oh, awesome.
Deserter got some nerfs though for his med kit, so we don't want to like do everything at once. I think the med kit nerfing it made him a lot more balanced, right? He's got a longer cooldown and it does less value.
Well, the idea is like the medkit is a very strong move, right? It heals 30% of your HP. And what we want is that it's like when you're doing it, is there's a huge window to there's a window for you to be interrupted. And then with him being able to move, now he can just run away while healing, and I think that takes away the takes away the fun of like trying to pull off a good heal with your teammate or hide behind cover and doing it, right? And it also gives the chance for the enemy team to interrupt you. So I think it's that's a pretty big bug we fixed. I think it really changes how you use the medkit.
One-on-one match. Sure. Let's do a 2-on-2 first, then we'll do a 1-on-1 after. How's that sound? Let's search for much.
Yeah, go ahead.
Wolf vs. Gordo will be next week. We'll show it all. We decided to split them up just to get a little bit more focused time on each character. What do you guys think? Gordo or the Wolf who wins the 1-on-1?
The wolf.
I think it's.
I don't know. Yeah, because Gordo's got that slam, right?
For me,
If the wolf gets close.
Gordo. Just because I'm better.
Gordo.
I've had more experience with Gordo, so.
I'll burninate you.
It's the player, not the.
Not the character.
Not the game?
Yeah. It's the controller, not the game.
Alright, what side am I on? Oh. Alright.
It's not so disappointed.
Yeah, I wanted to be on
My man. Not
on
my
TV.
team.
Yeah.
It's a bad trade.
Oh my god, what just happened to my partner?
He got bitten by the wolf. That's how.
Sure.
Who
Oh,
writes your material?
Kaylee.
my mom. Oh. I do think that the stab move needs a little bit more damage.
What stab?
When she pounces you and stabs you.
Oh.
I use it as like an interrupt move or a like chasing move, so I think for me it's like I wouldn't use it in mid combat or do something like
Where's
that.
my
It's
partner?
It's an initiator or a finisher. Like that.
I'll get you.
That was stupid.
Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna switch to wolf state and run away. Where am I? Oh.
You slowly drifted this one.
Yeah, I'm like. Oh, killer. That was outside of your range.
Ah, duck dude.
I guess the biggest learning curve for experienced player with Wolf Girl is I think she shoots on the when you release the trigger. So getting used to that is it's a little different.
Yeah, it's not on button press, it's on button release. Oops, sorry. Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Their kick got me. Oh,
Nice work.
Right in the back. Duck dude style.
Yeah, except wrong team.
yeah. There's some stuff.
Your team.
There's some stuff that we haven't really seen yet. Like what happens when there's 4 wolves versus 4 deserters or something.
There's also always one thing we found out is that every time we release new stuff to the community, they find all kinds of stuff. So who knows? Who knows what combos are out there?
Crit shot, yeah.
Oh,
You know what I like about the crit shots is they actually make you feel like you're a marksman when you land them.
Oh.
uh-oh.
And the players who have to get a little bit used to leading the shots as well.
Oh,
Nice
Nice.
work.
Yeah, I'm gonna switch to knife.
Oh.
Knife is really good for if you like this case. I just want someone's low in health and you just want to run around super fast and do some cleanup. You can do it. Oh, this is sexy music.
Are you gonna name it that on the soundtrack?
Yeah.
Sexy music?
Sexy music, party music.
I like how there's gonna be all these Western
Team Kaylee?
team names, and then sexy music.
Chris is sexy. Oh,
Nice work.
I'll just add it in brackets to all the original titles. So people know what we're talking about.
Nobby, sexy one.
Yeah. Oh, I thought that I was gonna try and beat the knife.
if you miss the pounce, you're really punished. You'll end up in a sliding state. Oh.
Go backwards. What?
Come on!
Where did I get him?
Yeah! Oh, I need another arrow.
Oh, watch out!
She can always escape those dynamites because her evade is so good.
If you don't spend all your stamina doing road.
Oh man,
which
two
is actually.
crits. Ah,
You're
Oh, no.
getting really good with Wolf Girl.
Jared was on my case about Wolf from the beginning. He didn't.
We tuned her up, so now I can play her.
I didn't change it.
You just kept telling me. He's like, oh yeah, probably fixed it.
She's a hard, like, if a new player picks up Wolf Girl or the Wolf, they're not gonna.
That wasn't even new.
A Gordo player, he's the opposite. You're used to just standing there spraying.
Play ball here. I mainly play Kid Red Zone. Killer. I think Wolf is my new favorite.
Glenn asked if there's a ×3 crit. No, it's always double damage. You don't get triple damage.
You know what's cool is with the roll, you can actually do double rolls. So you can charge your weapon all the way, and then you can like roll left and then roll right and then release, you know? So, or you can like roll forward, roll backwards. So it's not just like there's not just one dimension to it, you can kind of zigzag with it or...
Kill everybody.
But you can do a lot of damage by doing a roll shot and then instantly follow up with a regular shot because it still counts as second arrow, so you can do pretty good damage with that.
I'm gonna change the tip. Nice.
Just a tip.
Just the tip.
Oh, you offline.
Get out of there!
Ah, no! Come on!
Oh, nice shot, killer.
No! Out of stamina.
It'd be cool if there was a. Someone's Jin is saying it'd be cool if there was like a red number and then it told you how many arrows are in the target. You know, we could do a little HUD thing or something. But the problem is, where would you? Yeah, because
I
It
think
should be a stat.
I mean, if you notice the HUD, if you try to keep it as minimal as possible, because you know it's a combat game and
don't want it to feel too.
yeah, the character aren't that big.
No!
So.
Yeah!
Nice work, buddy.
Let me just think here.
Ginger chocolate combo.
Oh, good game, guys.
Yeah.
Wow, 11 and 4. Is that Chris?
Yeah.
That was a good round.
But you know what? If you look at the damage down, she was able to do a lot.
Yeah, they're very consistent. Yeah.
Alright, guys, well,
Yeah, thanks for joining
thanks for
our
joining
stream.
us this week.
And if you're not subscribed, you know, give it a little click, and it's a good way to hang out with us and chat with us on Saturday mornings. And yeah, we hope you like the character. We're really proud of her.
Keep a lookout for our online store this week too. It should be launching any day now.
Yeah, well, we'll send out a big tweet as soon as we are approved on and it's official, the final date.
Now go hang out with your girlfriends
Yeah.
before you get in any more trouble.
All right, bye everybody. Thanks for joining, and see you next Saturday at the same time.
Bye everyone.
Okay.
Later.
We don't know.